Hello friends, this is Manish Nigam and here I am again with another topic of class 11th English, that is Hornbill, the book Hornbill, and the chapter that I will cover today is the first poem, that is A Photograph, written by Charlotte Olson. This is a beautiful poem, a tribute given by the poetess to her mother. These are the childhood memories of the poetess mother, what she has collected in a photograph. And that photograph is the only thing which remains with her, with the poetess. And now the mother is not there. The poetess mother is not there. She has passed away. And this memory, this cardboard, this photograph is the only thing that she has. And whenever she looks at the photograph, she thinks about her mother and her joy. Whenever she remembers the time when she looked at the photograph. The mother looked at the photograph and the joy, the happiness. Let me give you one instance, my dear children. Now you all are grown-up children. You are in class 11th, and when you see your childhood photos of school, like class first, second, third, fourth, and then you show it to your family members. Now, come on, recognize who is there, where I am standing, which row, where all that. So the joy that comes to your face because you remember your past memories. So these are the happy memories the mother had when she was alive. And now the mother is not there. She has passed away. And this photograph is the only thing that is available to the poetess. And she looks at the photograph and she recollects two memories. Memory number one, the mother's laughter. Now, remember this point very carefully. There are two memories associated in this poem. One is the memory of the mother when she spent her childhood with her cousins, Betty and Dolly. Okay? So, she saw the photograph and she was overjoyed. This is one memory. Second memory is of the poetess. Whenever poetess looks at the photograph, she remembered that joy of the mother. Got it? One is the mother's joy when she spent her sea holiday with her sisters, Betty and Dolly. And the second one is for poetess when she remembers, when she recalls the mother's joy. Now, mother is not there. She has passed away. She is not alive. And the poetess is feeling sorry, painful. And that is all explained in this poem. So, dear children, I am going to explain the poem line wise. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girls' cousins went paddling, each of one holding one of my mother's hands, and she, the big girl, some 12 years or so. All three stood still to smile through their hair at the uncle with the camera. A sweet face, my mother's, that was before I was born, and the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. That is stanza number one. The cardboard shows me how it was when the two girls' cousins went paddling. Paddling, walking through water. So now the cardboard. What is cardboard here? The photograph. The cardboard shows me, displays me how my mother went to enjoy the sea beach holiday with her two cousins, and all these three, mother and her two cousins, they were walking through water. each one holding one of my mother's hands, and she the big girl, some 12 years or so. Now each one holding one of my mother's hands, each one, either side of the mother. Who was the tallest one at that time? Who was the eldest one at that time? And the age mentioned here in the book, that she was of 12 years. So the poet's mother, when she was of 12 years, she had gone to enjoy the sea beach holiday, and she was accompanied by two cousins. One was this side and one was the other side. Okay. All three stood still. Stood still. Now there you see repetition of consonant S. Stood still. And whenever you find such thing happening, that is called alliteration. So stood still, there you remember, that is alliteration. To smile through their hair. Through their hair. Again T is repeated. Again it is alliteration. And let me clarify this. Through their hair. All three stood still to smile through their hair. Three girls are there. The poetess mother, one side Betty and one side Dolly. In the second stanza, you will come to know what are their names. I am mentioning the names here. Either side of the mother, the cousins are standing, and she is the tallest one standing in the middle. Okay, and these three girls are smiling, but because their hair are tousled means ruffled, because of the air, the wind has caused their hair tousled. Tousled means disturbed. These girls are smiling, and their beautiful picture, their beautiful photograph was captured by uncle, who was there taking the children, taking the girls to the beach. As the uncle with the camera, a sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born. And these three girls' picture was captured, and who captured the picture? That was uncle. And this photograph was taken when the poetess was not born. It was the childhood of the poetess mother. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. Terribly transient feet. Terribly transient, again, first of all, understand T is repeated, so it will be alliteration. And one more thing is there, terribly transient means showing the quality of a person. We people are the mortal one. One day we all will die. Terribly transient means short-lived. So here the quality is specified of a human being, that he is or she is a short-lived. That's why the feet are mentioned as terribly transient. So now let me read the line again. And the sea, which appears to have changed less, washed their terribly transient feet. So the poetess Sarita Olson has mentioned here, the sea which is found there at the backdrop has not changed at all. It is showing the permanence of the natural objects. Human beings' life is short, whereas the natural thing like mountain, like rivers, like seas, like ocean, they are living or they live longer than the human beings. So here you see it is saying that the sea which is found at the backdrop has not changed yet, but the waves, the water which had washed my mother's feet is still there, but the feet which were washed by that sea are not. Means the mother has gone, the mother has passed away. Okay, so now come to the second stanza. Some 20-30 years later, she would laugh at the snapshot. See Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed up for the beach. The sea holiday was her past, mine is her laughter, both wry with the labored ease of loss. Some 20-30 years later, now that sea beach holiday was over, the mother was married. She got this child who is the poetess, that is Shirley Tolson, and the years have gone by. And now the mother, she is a middle-aged woman now, and she calls her daughter, come on, see this photograph. And this, there you see, it is me here standing. This is Betty here, this is Dolly here. And I enjoyed the time very well. This was a wonderful time for all of us. So the joy that was there on her face was amazing, wonderful, remarkable. Now see again, the see Betty and Dolly, she would say, and look how they dressed us for the beach. Means they were dressed with that sea beach. It was actually the sea beach holiday, so they were dressed in the costume that was suitable for the water. The sea holiday was her past. Mother's past is sea holiday, whereas mine is her laughter. Now let me clarify again what I said before the this explanation, that the two pasts are associated here. One is the past of the mother. She remembers her past when she enjoyed the sea beach holiday. It is one part. And the second past is there of the poetess when she recollects the memories of her mother's laughter, of her mother's joy when she saw the photographs. I hope this point is clear. Mine is a laughter, sorry. Both ride with the labored ease of loss. Labored ease. Let me clarify this point here before you. Labored is whenever you find two opposite words combined together to create a new meaning. When two words are combined together, opposite meaning words are combined together to create a new word, that is called oxymoron. So here the poet has used the word oxymoron, poetic device oxymoron, and the word is here labored ease. If it is labored, it can't be ease, and if it is ease, it can't be labored. So both ride with the labored ease of loss. Both are disappointed because they cannot bring that past back. Neither the mother nor the daughter. The mother could not bring her childhood back, and the poetess cannot bring her mother's life back. So they both ride, both are disappointed. Mother when she saw her photograph, and the poetess when she remembers her mother's laughter. They both are disappointed because they could not bring their past back. Last stranger. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. Now the poet's mother has passed her, gone. She is not alive. After completing her life, she died. And of this circumstance, there is nothing to say at all. And this circumstance, what circumstance the poetess is talking about? The pain of separation that she is going through. She says that this circumstance, this situation cannot be explained, cannot be endured, cannot be tolerated. As the girl lived, and of this circumstance there is nothing to say at all. It's a silence, silences. It's a silence. Now you can relate this thing with 2 points. Point number one, the photograph. And point number two is the death of the mother. It's a silence. So mother's death actually silences the poetess. So I hope, my dear children, that you would have understood the poem. And now very soon I'll give you another video that is of the next poem. And if you have any doubt, any problem, any question, that you can write down below the link. I will try to answer you. And I hope you would have liked this video. Thank you. God bless.